there's dirt on my hands.
Hello YouTube, Boss Rino. Welcome to my channel. Sa ito, paborito nating Darkest Secret. The Darkest Secret. 5 videos that accidentally captured something paranormal. Part 4, accidentally captured. So, hindi sinadya. So, ito mga totoo, yung mga hindi sinadya. So, hindi scripted. So, tirahin natin ito. Bago pa tirahin na iba. Shoutout tayo mamaya.
We present 5 videos that
Alakas!
accidentally capture something paranormal.
Ang lakas.
Part 4.
Ito na, number 4. Ako takot naman yung
Number 5.
number 5 pala. Ano, 4?
We're starting this investigation with a recording from a subscriber, Taksu JH, that was intended to generate laughter. But for Taksu, it ended up being extremely intriguing. And why not say it? Also terrifying. The sequence corresponds to a prank that a young man performs where people go to pay their utility bills. As you can see, he goes up to the window where they're waiting and immediately asks if he can pay for the electricity. In Spanish, the words turn off and pay are very similar. So if they are said very quickly, they could be misunderstood. The young man then quickly says, "Can I turn off the light?" And the person behind the window thought that the question was if he could pay the electricity, whose
Whoa.
answer was obviously yes. Then he finishes his prank by turning off the light in the payment center. A silly prank that accidentally recorded something extremely disturbing. Let's see if you notice it for yourself.
Buenas. Vengo a apagar la luz. Oye,
Wow!
Did you see it?
Hindi, ang bilis eh. Ano ba yan?
buenas. Vengo a apagar la luz. Oye,
Shit, ang bilis. Ano sana?
Everyone stares at the young man who leaves without noticing the strange face that appears in the window when he turns off the light.
Ayun, no?
A completely disproportionate face
Wala siya
that
dito,
stares
wala
at
dito.
him when
Tingnan
the
mo,
young man leaves.
Yun, no? Biglang nagkaroon, no? Parang nakamas.
Taksu suggests that it could be the cashier. However, no one is fast enough to get up almost instantly. If you look closely, you would see that there was no one there before.
Wow! Galing nito,
What did the
nakakatakot.
camera capture? Leave your opinion in the comment box. Number 4.
Wala yun dun, di ba? Nung namatay, nagkaroon ng puta.
What you're about to see does not exist on the internet. It was sent to me directly by the family who lived through this torment and who are now asking us what they can do about it. You see, Gabriela Arias is a subscriber from Mexico. She sent us intriguing videos recorded at her friend's house and where they say strange things are occurring. The image you see corresponds to a security camera installed in the kitchen. An image showing their granddaughter who at that moment was playing with the lid of a pot. A daily activity that in a few seconds changes completely when without realizing it, something happens that would petrify an entire family.
Shit, nakakatakot to. Wow! Puta, ni nag-teleport. Dito yan ha. Oh. Boom. Nawala. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 seconds para napunta yun dun. Oh, shit. Gago, galing ito. Tanga, nakakatakot to, tol. May gumagalaw pa doon sa kusina.
They realized that the lid that their granddaughter had left upside down inexplicably turned around to start moving on its own.
Oo nga, hindi ko napansin yun.
But undoubtedly the most shocking was something that they did not see at that time. It's related to their granddaughter, who, according to them, begins to be dragged by what they describe as an unknown entity. Do you think the little girl was dragged, or was she just playing? And how do you explain the lid of the pot, which moves just as the girl is seemingly dragged away? I asked the family to keep an eye out for any other incidents, since I don't really consider this paranormal. Although sometimes these things start with small movements and inert objects. I asked the family to talk to the young girl to see what her version was, but I still haven't received a response. Has something similar to this happened to you? Number 3.
Natakot ako doon sa ano. May cut ba kanina? Hindi ko napansin eh. Umilalim yung bata. Tapos lumabas doon sa kabila. Diba? Paano nangyari? 7 seconds lang eh. Binilang ko kanina, diba? Ewan ko ha. Pero yung drag, yung may hinihila, hindi. Bata yung kusang umi-slide siya. Amazing.
This is another video that hasn't been uploaded to the internet, and you will have the privilege of seeing it for the first time on this channel. A video that, apart from everything else, involves an animal, beings that cannot fake a paranormal appearance. Carlos is the name of the subscriber who sends us this footage. He says that one day, while looking at old recordings of his deceased dog, he noticed something very strange while she was playing with a blanket. What was it? Pay attention.
Oh shit. Ooh! Para may
You
humila,
notice
no?
something strange in this sequence. Well, for Carlos, that blanket makes an extremely sudden movement that is not done by his pet. It's as if someone or something has intentionally pulled him with
May humila,
force.
boy.
In fact, after this action, his dog also reacts somewhat surprised by what happened. Are we facing a paranormal situation? Tell me what you think. Number 2.
Nalilibang ako. Hindi ko namalayan. Alas 12 na pala, oh. 12:25 na.
In continuation, we find a rare footage captured in Japan.
Japan na to.
Footage that to this day
Matik, pag may blurred, Japan yan.
keeps 2 young people completely disturbed by what they had to experience one night. The image shows them talking inside a vehicle, one recorded while the other was in the passenger seat. However, a few seconds later, they are interrupted by someone who suddenly begins to touch the glass window, thus initiating an exchange of words that ends with one of them coming out to face the man. What is recorded afterward is something that they will never forget.
Shit.
Watch.
Tangina talaga, oh. Lagi na lang ganito eh. Tangina eh. Alas 12 na nga eh. Kakasabi ko lang eh. Hayop kayo. Wisit talaga oh. Ayoko na. Wag ganyan, boy.
A clip that was recorded completely by accident, and that after reviewing it, surely froze every occupant's soul of that vehicle. Do you think this recording is real? Number 1.
Puta, hindi pa tapos. May number 1 pa. Ay, nako. Nagulat na naman ako. Ay, nako. Kape pa.
Although today there's no better evidence of the paranormal than capturing them with video cameras, photographic images aren't any less valid. And a clear example of that is responsible for closing this video. It was a Reddit user who shared a series of images captured by a camera installed in his grandparents' house. He says that the device is sensitive to movements, and that an uncle had installed it to ensure that an intruder would not enter the house since it was unoccupied. Until they saw this disturbing sequence of images.
What's that?
I remind you that the camera only captures images when it detects movements in the environment. Even though they have gone to inspect throughout the house, they have found absolutely nothing. The doors are locked, the windows intact, and the entrance to the piece of land with no signs of having been intervened. So the presence of that person in there is simply unexplainable. Could it be a ghost or some other entity? Let me know your opinion in the comment box, because this video has come to an end. My name is Leonor Clay, and this was The Darkest.
Ako na, nagulat ako doon sa Japan. Tangin ng Japan na yun. Lumakas kabog ng dibdib ko. Kasi sabi ko, alas 12 na, di ba? Biglang ganun. Ay, nako, shoutout na lang tayo mga natakot. Ay, tawa na tayo. Ayoko na nito. Mag-ano na ako after nito video na to. Panlima kong video to eh. Tapos mag-ano na ako pagkain para mawala yung takot ko. So, shoutout kay Jericho Lawrence Escoses. Tapos, shoutout kay Celine Zen Dizon. Tapos, shoutout kay Rodolfo Boyo Vlogs. Shoutout kay John Mark Rabanes. At shoutout kay Supremo Poxki or Poxkai. Tapos, shoutout kay Edna Cañete ng Zamboanga City. Ano pa? Tapos, shoutout kay Alche Mar Rubio. Dito marami dito eh. Nakalimutan ko na. Tsaka na, next ano na. Hi, yun. Maraming salamat sa panonood at hanggang sa muli.
I came from the mud. There's dirt on my